And little damn ant, buddy.
You're such a nice guy, Jay Leno.
I'm bored! I'm so bored!
Why don't we go to my website?
Gentlemen, the cola is very, very good today.
Ouch.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Should that start the episode? Just
It
that.
might as well. There's not context.
I just thought it's just like, you know what? That'd be a funny way to start it without explaining any of the context. Anyway, but I do want to say, Gordon,
Yeah.
I watched this movie, or I started this movie at around midnight,
Yeah.
and I probably didn't finish it until like 3:30, which sounds normal, but I was watching it on 1.5 speed.
I, at a certain point, switched it over to 1.5 and then at another point to 1.75.
And then after that, I ended up going to sleep around 5 a.m. And then I woke up at 7 a.m. because of my demon dogs who can't be left alone for 5 minutes. And then I've been awake since then. I've had 2 hours of sleep, and boy, is this a movie to talk about on 2 hours of sleep.
I think I also got around 2 hours of sleep, but not because of this movie. Like I watched this when I woke up at like 9. No, I got more than that. But
I didn't go to sleep at 5 a.m. because of this movie. I went to sleep at 5 a.m. because that's just how my sleep schedule is right now.
no, I know. It's the same here. But yeah, this is
It's Love, Lies, and Murder, everybody.
Love, Lies, and Murder in this economy.
In this, all three?
Love, Lies, and Murder?
I can't afford all that.
Yeah, I can only afford murder.
Bisexual people be like love, be love, be lie, and be murder.
Yep,
Hot chip.
that's the other one of those. Yep. Hi, everybody. We're talking about Love, Lies, and Murder, a miniseries, another 2-part miniseries. This is our fourth of those.
I know you've done the 2 It movies.
Or
Or the 2
It
Stephen
movie.
King movies, I mean.
Net Force was one.
Net
was a
Force
two-parter.
was a 2-parter.
I feel like there was. Well, I guess Irony of Fate or Enjoy Your Bath was technically a 2-parter, but they were aired back to back.
Not technically a 2-parter. It just was a 2-parter.
It was a 2-parter, but they were aired in the same night, I thought, right? Like it kind of defeats the purpose of being a 2-part thing if they're just going to be aired back to back. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering that.
Maybe.
I feel like there was another one though.
Like those are the ones that are the longest on the letterbox list, but maybe there's one that's like listed as the length of one of the episodes.
Maybe the other one I was thinking of was just Net Force, and I already said it.
You did, in fact, already.
I did say that one. What else is
looking through everything else seems to be a 1-parter.
Okay, I guess so.
Like in Broad Daylight was just one, right?
Yeah, that one was really short.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, we're talking about Love, Lies, and Murder for our Twin Peaks Actors Month. This one has a few of them, but 2 mainly.
Yeah. I want to say, so it has the 3 of them. I was not sure where Kenneth Welsh was.
No idea. Did not notice him.
I don't know who Stanfield is.
Some guy. He's in there. He's one of them. He's in the movie. But we're here mostly for Sheryl Lee and also for Moira Kelly. But primarily we picked this one out for Sheryl Lee. It's not like when you're going through. I mean, we landed on this one because it has both of them, but we didn't seek this out because in trying to represent the cast of Twin Peaks, we knew we had to do a Moira Kelly movie. Like, she's here as an added bonus to Sheryl Lee, the reason we're doing this movie.
you keep saying this like every time you bring up this movie, but for me, it's like it's just a reverse process where it's like I see this movie and I find out, oh, it has three Twin Peaks actors. We have to put it on the list. It's not because like, oh, we're doing it for one of them. It's like, no, we're just doing it because it has three. It's
Well,
like,
I was doing it specifically for Sheryl Lee.
and like, of
Was
course,
when I
like Sheryl Lee is the big one of the Twin Peaks actors in this, but also, like, yes, but it's like it's not just because of her, because there's the other ones there too, and
yeah, but
specifically, and also, it's also just because I really love Moira Kelly. I really love Donna as a character, uh,
yeah.
and so I want to make sure she gets her due as part of this cast, as part of Twin Peaks.
The other thing also was that I did want to do Sheryl Lee specifically, and she doesn't have a ton of TV movies to pick from. There's a handful. There's some that we could have done otherwise, but I did for a while think the Guinevere movie that she's in looked kind of fun.
Hmm.
Um, with Noah Wiley and Donald Pleasance and some other people, where she
Oh,
plays like badass girl boss Guinevere.
is that in the 90s?
It's 94,
94. Oh,
a
wow.
Lifetime movie.
I've found it.
Seems kind of cool. We should do it at some point.
Oh
But
yeah. We
uh that was my if we didn't do this month, that was my other thought for it. But we did this. We did Love, Lies, and Murder, which may or may not be 3 hours long,
it
depending on
is.
every different place you go. Because Wikipedia says it's 4 hours.
I mean,
And
but Gordon,
because
you watched it and it was 3 hours long.
I watched it on a YouTube upload that is a 3 hour, 18-minute video where the movie ends at 2 hours 53 and then just loops back other parts from the movie again, which there are like three different YouTube uploads that are all that same configuration, but with different footage at the end looped back. Like they all hit the 3 hour 18 mark, but in different ways. And there's another one that's like 2 hours and 18 minutes that's also on YouTube. There's a IMDb listed as 2 hours 30. Like I watched it and I know it's 2 hours 53, but like nobody online has a consistent runtime listed for this movie. What does Letterboxd say?
I
Letterboxd
th
says 178. So that's 5 minutes that are just I don't know where those come from, but
I the where those went is because the version we watched cut out the end credits.
okay. Well, 5 minutes of end credits. There you go. We were spared because we cut right back in on the cop saying 17-year-old with a gun.
And the thing is, it's like I've seen like a few uploads of like different movies do that where it's just like, oh, when it ends, it just plays it just starts the movie again. And it's just like
This
I
starts again like 7 minutes into it.
yeah. But I think like the version I watched of Mazes and Monsters did that as well.
Oh, that would make sense.
But it's like it just I want to know why that happens. Is it like a copyright thing? Like I don't know.
I wonder if it's just something with like the actual VHS that it was recorded onto. Because
I
it
don't think
seems
it
to
is.
just have been a VHS rip that's on YouTube.
Because like the thing is it's like because it so perfectly cuts out the credits, I'm wondering if that's why.
Maybe.
Or it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Do the rundown, bitch. I don't know why he said that. I,
Wow. Wow. Coming in
I
real hostile.
this movie's make Clancy Brown's affecting my brain.
Oh, you don't want that to happen in this
No.
one. He's not a good he's a bad guy.
He's a very bad
A
guy in
very
this
bad
movie.
guy. We are talking about Love, Lies, and Murder from 1991, directed by Robert Markowitz, written by Danielle Hill, based on the true crime story of the murder of Linda Bailey Brown. And
Yes.
the
All real names in this movie.
yes, well, all real names except for when they arrest Clancy Brown. They say, "Are you David Arnold Brown?" And the real guy was David Paul Brown. And I don't know why they changed his middle name in that one line.
Maybe they just had wrong information for that line. I don't know.
Maybe they did. I don't know. I wouldn't have noticed if it wasn't pointed out specifically in a YouTube comment or something.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever pointed me in that direction. The movie stars, I wrote Clancy Brown. That's not his name.
Glandy.
I guess, yeah. Clancy Brown, Sheryl Lee, Moira Kelly, also has Tom Bauer, Dennis Boutsikaris, Raymond Bieri, Cynthia Nixon, Ken Jenkins, Nestor Serrano, John M. Jackson, Kenneth Welsh, and John Ashton. You also get Tobin Bell there for a while at the end. L. Scott Caldwell from Lost is there for one scene. I didn't really recognize anyone else that wasn't mentioned there. But
It was a real pleasant surprise seeing Tobin Bell there.
yeah, Tobin Bell is like the buff prison assassin.
The fact that he is like the big man on campus. He's the guy he's the tough guy in town that like Clancy Brown's like, I want to hire him for protection and also to murder my wife.
And like, even though this is like a good almost 15 years before Saw, it's not like he looks especially young. Like, he looks already sort of, aged. So for him to be the buff, intimidating guy in prison that, oh, you don't want to fuck with him, and then it's like, middle-aged Tobin Bell, very funny.
Mm-hmm. He just has an intimidating look to him, I guess. But and it's just like we're introduced to him by him beating up some guys, and it's just like, and they act very gay about him. Like Clancy Brown acts very gay about him. Just
there's a lot of "I love yous" exchanged between the two. A
lot of "I love yous." Like it's
yeah.
I mean, love is love.
Yeah. It was part one was broadcast February 17th on NBC. Airing opposite it on ABC, you had the TV movie of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane with the Redgrave sisters. On CBS, you had an Ed Sullivan Show best of retrospective thing. On Fox, you had an episode of Married with Children and then some stand-up special thing. Part two was broadcast the next day. On ABC, there was a TV movie, Fire, Trapped on the 37th Floor. And on NBC, there was an episode of Murphy Brown and a 20th anniversary special clip show retrospective for the Mary Tyler Moore Show, with most of the cast presenting clips and watching and talking about the show, it seemed to be. But yeah, that's the rundown. Those are the basics. That's all the things I usually say at this point. Not a ton to really go off on there, but oh well. Kind of like the whole movie, not really a ton. Well, no, there's stuff to talk about here. There are things to go in on, but not a lot.
I do want to say, like, this is a long fucking movie, and while yes, it is 3 hours long, it is just factually correct to say it is a long movie, but even considering that it's 3 hours long, this felt just so long. Like when. Like again, I was watching this for mostly on 1.5 speed, and once I hit and it's like there's a point when I was thinking, oh, it's like, oh, we must be like halfway done, maybe like 1 hour left. I checked, and I was 1 hour into it, and it was just like, no, what is the other 2 hours going to be?
And having watched the movie, I don't have a good answer for you. I don't know why this is 3 hours long. Like, say what you will about it, but shit happened in Net Force. Like, that was not
shit did happen in Net Force.
That was not a 3 hours poorly spent. That was a 3 hours that was chock full of cyber Christophersons and fake Bill Gates and Irish shapeshifter assassins and what have you. And this, why is this a full 3 hours? There's a lot of just superfluous, like, I don't know. It really feels like it overstays its welcome in terms of like telling this story.
Yeah.
You could tell this in maybe 2 hours and it would be fine.
Yeah, like the first hour I think is pretty all right.
Yeah,
And the last I would not last hour, but I think last 45 minutes when we get like the second trial, that's really good. And with all the flashbacks and everything, I think that's done really well. But then you
yeah.
have like an hour and a half in the middle there that's just it just
It's
washes over you so slowly.
it spends so long, one, like doubting and sort of being so the true story, the for context for this is Clancy Brown is David Brown, no relation as per I think the Wikipedia, some plot description said no relation between them, which thank you for specifying. um
Would be
uh,
crazy if it was like his son or his brother or something or
yeah,
cousin. Like
he's this tech guy who does like data restoration or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter, it's not plot relevant, but like that's just for background there. Who conspires with his daughter and his sister-in-law to help him murder his wife by like, well, he's groomed all of these girls to some degree or another, and is a master manipulator and just really repulsive guy, but very charismatic and very good at playing to the weaknesses of the women in his life and the girls in his life. And he's made this murder happen. Uh, and the youngest daughter, Cinnamon, well, there's just the one daughter. No,
mhm.
there's a baby, but the
The main daughter.
yes, the daughter, Cinnamon, played by Moira Kelly, is arrested for it.
Introducing Moira Kelly.
Yes, yeah. She's like the fall guy, and not even the fall guy because she is ultimately the one who pulled the trigger. Um, is she actually? Was it
She she did shoot the mom,
okay?
the wife.
Right. Uh, but she gets sent to prison for it, and then Clancy Brown starts up a relationship with Sheryl Lee, his sister-in-law, who not really starts up because he's been molesting her for a while, but like he marries her, he gets her pregnant, and a lot of that hour and a half is domestic drama between them and the cops poking inconsistencies in Cinnamon's testimony and getting her to recant, and a lot of trying to get Clancy Brown to admit on tape that he was involved in the conspiracy and to like
Mhm.
entrap him into confessing. And that's what a lot of that 90 minutes in the middle is repetitive domestic drama and repetitive like entrapment drama.
Yeah,
And it spends way too much time on that by far the least interesting part of this story.
yeah, like it. I understand what it's trying to do because you do need a bit to like get to understand the point where what's Sheryl Lee's character's name again? Uh
Patty.
try like to get Patty to wear down, like go from her being in love with David to wanting to testify against him. You need to show that emotional like downturn and like falling out of love with him and like realizing that like, oh, I need to get rid of him. Or it's like I need to like protect
But even
myself.
that takes so
It
long
takes
to
so
like,
long. Like
that
I
doesn't
get
even
it's
happen
too
until
long.
midway through the second episode. Like, it's a lot of build up for a very late payoff. I think it's a real mistake that I didn't really, clock when the exact cutoff is in between the episodes. I would imagine it's
I
probably the scene where Clancy Brown and Sheryl Lee are on the beach and he's telling her that she's going to have to go to prison to get Cinnamon out. And she's like, I can't do that. I'm a mom. And there's a fade to black there. I
oh
would I would bet
I was thinking it was
that's somewhere
when
around the middle. So
I
it's
was thinking
maybe.
it was when Moira Kelly like she bursts into like the like her parole officer and it's just like I didn't kill my mom.
Oh yeah, that's actually probably, that would make more sense.
Hmm.
Those are both somewhere around the middle that it's plausibly either.
Hmm.
Uh but Yeah, I think it's a mistake on the pacing of the movie to have the cutoff be that and not John getting arrested. John? Is that his name? Did I say that?
It's
David.
David.
David. Where did I
John?
get John from? Oh, John is his real middle name. David. No, his middle name's Paul. John is no. There's no John here.
Paul, John, George, and Ringo.
And Clancy Brown, the fifth Beatle.
Famously the fifth Beatle.
Yep, he's gonna be in all the movies as
God,
himself.
you know, I now that you said it, I really want Clancy Brown to be in the Beatles movies somewhere. Like
Maybe he is. We don't know.
he could be Pete Best or something. Or no,
Sure.
or who's the manager that died?
Brian Epstein?
Yeah, be him.
Sure, why not? He can play a 30-year-old gay British man.
Yes, he can. I believe in him. Mr. Krabs can do anything.
He can do anything, including be a real scumbag.
Yes.
I think it's a very good performance from him as this real piece of shit manipulator. Like all the scenes where he is manipulating these girls are so scummy and so hateable, but like he plays them real well. I also really love the opening scene when the cops are asking around at the murder scene and he's playing believably unbelievable where like in universe or like in the text of the movie he's believable enough that the cops buy his sort of sob story, but like he's playing it at a tone where we the audience know there's something up with this guy. uh
Mhm.
he's very good at that. It's a it's a solid, it's nice to get a real highlight performance from Clancy Brown. He's never really first billed in anything, so it's
Mhm.
nice to get something like this where he gets to really go all in on those acting chops.
Yeah, we like with this and Cast of Deadly Spell, we've gotten some good Clancy Brown going.
And
And the one scene
Thousand
in
Chains.
Man in Thousand Chains.
Yeah,
But I wasn't really counting that because it is just the one or two scenes. But still, he is fun in that. He is sexy in that one.
he's very.
Uh, I really want to just kind of like seek out more Clancy Brown TV movies for us to do, just because it's like I enjoy seeing him pop up in these.
Yeah, and he's got a lot.
Hmm.
He's got quite a few. It looks like actually a lot of these on Letterboxd that are tagged as TV movie. It's a lot of SpongeBob specials
Yeah,
and a lot of just general, a lot of Superman specials.
yeah.
Uh,
It's probably better to
but
just look at his Wikipedia because they have a real.
yeah,
They're much better at marketing TV movies.
he's in Revenge of the Nerds 3
Well, good for
TV
him.
movie.
Is he a nerd or a bully?
Um, he is far enough down. He is gas station attendant uncredited.
I'm counting that as bully.
Last on the credit list on Letterboxd. One of those wouldn't have been there if it wasn't Clancy Brown.
Yeah, definitely.
That's after this. That's after Love, Lies, and Murder, by the way. That's the next year.
What? Okay. I get that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, this is the same year for him as Cast a Deadly Spell. I didn't put that together until just now. This
Wow.
is our second Clancy Brown 1991. What else
Good
was
for
he
him.
doing in 1991? Like in the sphere of real movies? Uh, what's this Past Midnight movie? Is this a real movie? Is this one of ours? And I was well, no, it was a TV movie on in the US. It was theatrical in Japan. Um, Rutger Hauer and Natasha Richardson. A man gets out of prison after 15 years for stabbing his wife to death, and a social worker becomes convinced he was innocent. As she researches his case and interviews other people who were involved, she begins to fall in love with him as her friends warn her that he's dangerous. Ooh,
It's a bit of a twist on what this movie is.
yeah. Oh, Quentin Tarantino was a uncredited screenwriter. Like, he touched up the script after the fact on this.
One of the five writers on this. Oh no, that's producer. Never mind. Uh
The poster on this is cool.
oh,
The
with
the
eye
eyeball
and
with
the
a clock in it, and Rutger Hauer on the like the pier that disappears into the light of Natasha Richardson's face. Paul Giamatti is in this. Whoa.
as Larry Canip.
Canopy, I'm gonna say.
Can Canopy is wild for Canipe, but I like that.
Canipe.
That's
Did
what I
you say
said.
the E there?
I
I
did say
didn't
the
hear the
E.
E. Okay.
I
That
know you make fun of me a lot for like dropping sounds, but I did say the E there.
I realized as soon as I said it that actually no, she did say the E. I just didn't hear it.
You just like being a dick to me. Yeah.
Well, yes, but
And
this is unrelated. That
I
was
same to
genuine.
you.
That was genuine. That was not intentionally needling.
Oh, Christoph watched Past Midnight and gave it 2.5.
There you go. Also in 1991, he's in a movie called Ambition with Lou Diamond Phillips, which is also some sort of murder something. Psychopathic killer Albert Merrick released from prison after 15 years.
I'm What's like his highest billed movies? Are there any
Well, that was
interesting
a theatrical
features?
movie. Oh, but that also does have an Oscar, or not, well, it does have an Oscar winner, Hang Noors, in it. But it also has two Twin Peaks actors I'm seeing, Grace Zabriskie and Chris Mulkey.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
But it's a theatrical movie. But interesting. Is this on? There was a there was a letterbox list that I was looking through recently of movies that have multiple Twin Peaks actors in it. And this is not on that list, so I'm gonna let them know that this movie is on there or should be. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I don't know anymore.
Oh, you were looking up his highest build
Oh yeah,
something.
his highest billed movies, and like he's in something called the Mortuary Collection, which is a either real movie or straight to video, not TV movie. I think it's technically real movie, as in probably screened in like two theaters and then got released to streaming. Uh, the Casey's, this must be like a TV pilot. Yeah, a failed TV pilot where he plays Pete Casey and nobody else in this cast I
One of the
recognize.
titular cases.
One of the titular Caseys.
He's in Regretting You. Okay, sure,
What's
why
regretting
not?
you?
The Colleen Hoover movie from last year with Allison Williams and Dave Franco.
Oh, that fucking movie. Ew. I hated I hate that. I didn't see it, but I just
I
hate
didn't
that it exists.
I didn't either, but at the cinema where I volunteer for some shift that I was at, I don't remember what movie it was, but it was something funny. But we had a bunch of like Regretting You merch out on the table in the lobby, and it's not a movie we showed at all.
Mhm.
We didn't screen it. I don't know why we had so much Regretting You, like posters and like cup holders and pens and bookmarks and like we got a bunch of Regretting You merchandise for no reason.
Awesome. We should get back to the movie. I think we've tangented enough.
He's in Moonwalker. Whoa. He was in Pool Man. He was in
He's
Pool Man, which is
police
also a
officer.
movie. Pool Man, also a movie with multiple Twin Peaks actors because it has Ray Wise and Jennifer Jason Lee.
He's in Hail Caesar as Gracchus.
Yeah, in the scene where George Clooney forgets his line as Caesar.
I
You get
don't remember that. I don't want to remember that.
not a Hail Caesar fan.
Terrible, the worst Brothers movie by
I
far, a
didn't
wide margin.
I did not love it when I saw it in the theaters in 2016, and I rewatched it semi recently, and it's delightful.
No, no, I disagree. Oh,
Well,
I forgot he's in Buckaroo Banzai. That's right.
sure. He's in a lot of things, as we're finding out.
Yeah, he Clancy Brown, come on the podcast.
Yeah, why not? Talk about maybe one of your movies, maybe something else.
I I feel like he probably has a movie like that he isn't in that he would love to talk about.
Probably.
Like he probably wants to talk about Stalked by My Doctor 3.
Yeah, I bet you're exactly right, actually. You know who
Anyway,
doesn't have the movie career that they should is Sheryl Lee.
yeah. I always wonder what happened. Like she could have like Well, actually, I feel like it's with most of the Twin Peaks actors where it's like
Yeah,
they just couldn't really play their cards right and kind of got typecast a bit and then
like
just couldn't break into anything else.
who were the Twin Peaks actors that weren't already established actors that went on to have illustrious careers? It's David Duchovny and Billy Zane and Heather Graham. Like,
And Joan Chen kind of.
well, Joan Chen had been around for a bit. Joan Chen had been in like the
Only a
last
few years.
but she had been in a Best Picture winner. Like, she was an established star prior to Twin Peaks. She gets, in the opening credits, she's one of the actors that gets, Joan Chen as Jocelyn Packard. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
she wasn't necessarily like a name, but she was not going into that show as a total unknown. I'm talking about like the young cast.
Who, you said Billy Zane and who?
Heather Graham and also David Duchovny, who like didn't have X-Files or anything to that point. Like, that's
True.
early for him.
But yeah, it's all like people who are only in like a few episodes and like could escape the Twin Peaks character.
Yeah, ancillary late additions to the cast. Duchovny doesn't show up until like midway through season 2 after the reveal. Like,
Same with Billy Zane.
yeah, Billy Zane and Heather Graham show up at the very end.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like nobody in season 1 was really able to like become anything.
outside of like a lot of TV movies, and Madge was on Riverdale.
She
And like,
was
she's someone's mom on Riverdale, I'm pretty sure.
someone's mom.
Like, as a recurring,
I know.
like
I just
I never watched Riverdale. I just
the
know that she's.
illustrious role of someone's mom.
I just know that she was like a main character on it. Was she? Is that?
I mean,
Oh yeah, she's Betty's mom.
that honestly, I'm surprised
And
they
that
don't
would make
have.
sense.
I'm surprised they don't have more Twin Peaks actors on that show because I feel like that's a show that really like either took inspiration from or also maybe just really wanted to be Twin Peaks, but for like
Oh yeah. Who else? Like, is there anyone else? I mean, Skeet Ulrich is not Twin Peaks, but adjacent to that nine. Scream is very much in that. Luke Perry also, like, not in the horror sense, but 90210 is a big influence on that sort of thing. So they pulled from their influences for casting the adults in that
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
I forgot that's where Charles Melton came about.
you didn't know that?
I knew that. I just forgot until reading through this that, like, I knew he started on one of those shows. I couldn't have told you specifically that it was Riverdale.
Yeah,
Until...
there's a few like of those Riverdale actors who were able to get like one good like in like indie slash critical hit role and then kind of couldn't get that again.
The Strangers sequels, the Jimmy Stewart biopic. I know what you're talking about.
No, like I think Eli Gorey I think is a Riverdale actor, right? And
Is he? Maybe.
um he was in something.
He was in the
Riverdale?
100.
No, yes, he was in Riverdale. I got that here.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
But yeah, and so it's like he
recurring
got
role,
one
yeah.
night in Miami and then haven't seen him since.
Yeah. What has he been doing in the past 6 years?
And then let's look at this Riverdale cast again. It's like Lily Reinhart was in Hustlers.
Funny that we're doing all this not on the Matchinamic episode that we're doing next week, by the way.
Oh yeah, what? Next week we're going to actually talk about the movie, hopefully,
That's true. That's a good point.
because that. Oh God, I really hope that's a good movie next week.
We need another good movie this year so far.
We've had a couple.
More Than
Right?
Friends was really good. Roswell is the second best, and like that was fine.
Oh yeah, like okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, like
But
I
Sheryl Lee. Let's bring
Lee.
it back to Sheryl Lee.
let's go back to her.
So
So my opinion on like these main trio is that they are good, but also working against bad material.
yeah,
And
not even bad material, I would say, just like bloated material, like
bland material, like
Yes.
very like standard. And it's just like, and I think Sheryl Lee is kind of faltering the hardest here, where it's like she
It's
is
a
a really good
tough
actor.
character to have to like sell in this
And
way.
there's just there's a few like scenes where it's just like she could have used another take. Like
Yeah.
I forget what scene it was, but it's just like it was a really big emotional moment and she just didn't nail it. And I felt bad watching it. It's just like I maybe this is why she didn't really take off.
Yeah. I don't know. Cause like, I mean, she has such an interesting story as to how she even gets involved with Twin Peaks in the first place. Because like they just needed someone to be a dead body and a headshot. And they just cast around, who in Seattle where we're filming is like, they just put out a casting call and she, had done local theater and she went in for it and they cast her because they liked her look. And then they brought her back to do the scene of her and Donna on the video camera footage of them at the picnic. And from there is when Lynch was like, oh, this girl has something really special. Like we already knew the shot, like the homecoming photo and the shot of her wrapped in plastic are like very striking images. But like from this scene of her like actually existing on screen, there's something really special. That's why Maddie Ferguson exists in the show, is
Yeah.
to have an excuse for Sheryl Lee to come back.
It it is kind of funny to me that like Sheryl Lee, of course, is known for being Laura Palmer, but she exists in Twin Peaks a lot more as Maddie Ferguson.
Because I don't think I brought this up last week, but at the cinema where I volunteer, um, last semester we showed all of season one, like
Mhm.
over the course of 3 weeks, and I went to all of those. I hadn't seen it in a while. Cass hadn't seen it ever, so we went to all those. And then this semester we're doing season two. Midway through it, I didn't go to yesterday's because I was out doing deliveries during the Super Bowl and made a lot of money, and it was a good decision. And also, last week before that was the reveal, and so
Yeah.
we're about to hit a real stark drop off. And it's all like episodes 4 and 5 of season two are really bad. Like
Yeah, like
even before the twist and the reveal, which I'm not saying because there may be people listening who have not seen Twin Peaks, um, but like even before that, you can see the cracks starting to fall. There's a lot of time spent on like Lucy being pregnant and Dick Tremaine, and
fuck Dick Tremaine. I
Dick Tremaine
hate that
sucks.
motherfucker. Uh and but yeah, it's like people always act like it's a immediate steep drop off after that, but no, it's like
It's
because they
it's
have to
it's bad
set up
before.
all these storylines for later, and it's just
It's bad
like
before.
you get the entire Catherine Asian arc in the quote unquote good era.
There's a lot of stuff that you forget happens as early as it does. Nadine being a strong 18-year-old.
I
Norma's
hate that Nadine's shit so much.
Norma's mom, the food critic, the anonymous food critic, MT Welsh is being we don't you don't get that it's Nora's mom yet. But Norma's mom has shown up with her new husband, the prisoner that Hank knows from the inside. That's all been set up already.
When does
Uh,
James have the affair?
that's after. James
Okay.
is still in Twin Peaks because James doesn't leave until after everything's settled with Maddie,
Okay.
and the fallout of that. Like he has not gone off, or maybe he did drive off. No, he does drive off on his bike, but we have not yet checked in on where he is driven off to. But he does drive
Okay.
off from Donna, like after Maddie has disappeared. Um, but there's a lot of shit that has been sown the seeds of well before episodes 6 and then the concurrent episode of 7. uh uh but yeah, I skipped over the last ones, even though that's when Denise shows up, and I do want to I do miss that I didn't get to see Denise on the big
Yeah.
screen because we love Denise.
We do love Denise.
We
Like
do.
it Denise is such an interesting character, and
Denise
it's so
rules.
interesting for the 90s.
Yeah.
Like Like there's a YouTube channel I used to watch that would like go into like all of these like like portrayals of trans characters in like different specifically TV shows mainly and like sitcoms especially. And it's just like that he like seeing that YouTuber like have a episode that she can be positive about is
Yeah.
like it's so nice.
Yeah.
It's like that and Xena and almost nothing else.
Yeah. But anyway, all that being said, that sets up. I had forgotten until this go around just how early on in the show Maddie Ferguson actually shows up. Like she's there by episode 2 or 3.
Mhm.
If you had asked me a few months ago to put money down on who shows up in Twin Peaks first, Maddie Ferguson or Albert, I would have absolutely put money on Albert. Maddie feels like such a later addition to the show, and she's there from basically the beginning.
Albert is Miguel Ferrer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He shows up maybe episode 4 or 5. But like I did not remember how early on Maddie gets brought in. And honestly, like extremely underrated character in that cast. I think Maddie is really interesting. I don't love the James and Donna stuff as few people do. But Maddie makes that so much more tolerable by her presence in that triangle and her involvement in their arc. Like I find her to be a really interesting character. And I think Sheryl Lee plays her so well and plays her so differently to the point that like I have a hard time holding in my brain that Maddie and Laura are played by the same actress because she does such a good job of making them feel distinct from one another.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, if that isn't proof enough of her acting talents, then obviously Firewalk with Me really hits that the year after this movie. But like, this is her first real movie. She had Twin Peaks and she had the cameo at the very end of Wild at Heart. But like, this is the first time she is leading a project. So you kind of can't blame her for maybe some of the stilted moments. She certainly cleans that up by Firewalk with Me. But like, I don't know. It's a real shame that she didn't have more of a career.
Yeah.
As a serious career.
I do wonder though if maybe like and maybe this is even the case for like some of the other Twin Peaks actors, but part of me is thinking just like when your first main director is David Lynch, it's hard to really get to go to other directors.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of David Lynch actors, not just the young Twin Peaks cast, but like there's a lot of David Lynch actors that are David Lynch actors. You know, you don't see a lot of Jack Nance and Everett McGill popping up in, you know, just any old movie.
Yeah. And it's like and I just like you were kind of implying, it's just like it's probably just like this is her first time being on a normal project and it's just like and she's just not used to being, and it's like
It's a really difficult character. There's a lot asked of her in the end where she has to testify, and like the really bad line of questioning where Rich Schweikert from Better Call Saul is like, oh, why didn't you know as a 10-year-old that you shouldn't be having sex with Clancy Brown? Like, you should have stopped it. You should have known that wasn't normal. And the sort of like breakdown panic attack she has on the stand would be tough for any actor to pull off. Like, I don't think she is uniquely unsuited for those scenes. This is a really tough character to have to sell the complete just like naivete and buying into this guy's bullshit and make it believable, because we know from our, you know, objective audience perspective that this guy is awful and he's manipulating her, and she has to portray someone that is so bought in after years and years of abuse that it's, you know, that's tough to do as an actor on your first real movie, especially. So like, I don't hold any of the maybe stumbling blocks of this performance against her. I think as a whole she does a fine job, but like, I don't know, it's not her fault that it's not more than fine.
Yeah. It's yeah. And again, it's just like it's just not the best stuff to work with, and it's probably not like you don't have a really good director behind the camera or anything. It's just all like it's just a standard TV movie, and she's giving a standard TV movie performance.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is
however,
a very standard true crime murder. Like,
absolutely.
like you're not gonna get anything unique out of this experience that you're not gonna get elsewhere.
However, I do want to say I think Moira Kelly is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think she is so fucking good. Okay, I'm overselling it a little bit. She's not like one of my favorite performances I've seen on this podcast, but she is the best part of the movie for me. And she like I I don't know how she was able to do this well on her first real acting role. Like I was looking at her Wikipedia page just now just to see like had she done like much theater before this, but no, she was in a high school production of Annie, and that's what led to her wanting to become an actor. And then that's it. And then she did this. It's just
I
like,
mean, yeah.
but Jesus Christ, they really picked a winner here. Like, I don't even know what to say because it's like she gets put through the ringer in this movie, like especially when it does the flashback to the night of the murder, and it's like she's in this drugged really emotional state, and she sells that so well. And then like also just the emotional trauma of being in the prison and like the court trials, and it's just like everything she so like each beat I believe her as the character, her, and it's just like it she always works. She's so good in every single scene.
Yeah, I think she does a really good job here. It I like I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of Donna Hayward as a character in the show. I do think her version of Donna in Fire Walk with Me is significantly more interesting, and I would like to see a lot more of that. And seeing the seeds of that sown here with these two actresses playing off each other um, is interesting, obviously.
Yeah,
And yeah, I
very different relationship.
very, but yeah, I think she's really good here. Uh, I would have maybe liked a bit more of her in the last half of the movie, where it becomes very much about Clancy Brown and Sheryl Lee, and
Mhm.
Cinnamon is kind of on the outskirts.
It her entire role is just kind of crying and yelling at Clancy Brown until he confesses.
Yeah, but she does a damn good job at that.
Mhm.
She's good.
I I want to jump back a bit because both times you brought up Donna and Twin Peaks, you kind of put in the middle of you in a long rant, and so I couldn't respond to it without cutting you off. And but I just need to say Donna is amazing. She's one of my favorite characters on Twin Peaks. And specifically, the stuff with James, Maddie, and Donna is so complicated for me because I hate James. I hate watching any scene with him. But I love Donna. I love watching every scene with her. And Maddie is there. And so their scenes, their plot lines in Twin Peaks are just, I don't know how to feel about them.
Yeah. I will say I did warm to Donna a bit more on this rewatch. I like the Meals on Wheels stuff is interesting. Uh
Oh yeah, her scenes with what's his name? The recluse guy.
Harold.
Harold.
Harold Smith.
God. Harold's so good.
Yeah.
Harold deserves so much better.
Yeah. I mean he also sucks, but in the sense that like
No, but like I get it. Like he
yeah.
we won't say more.
No. Um but yeah, I don't hate Donna, but she's never my most interesting character in that show. Anytime we're cutting back to Donna James stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, we can move along now. I don't have quite the attachment to her there, but all power to you for being the number one Donna Hayward stan.
It and she is my profile picture on Twitter.
That's true. That is true.
And I did dress up as her when I visited Twin Peaks, or what, the shooting location for Twin Peaks.
Hell yeah.
It was fun. I had a great time and I got some cute pictures.
I dressed up as Pete when we did the not the no, I guess the last one we went to, the last screening, because there was a costume contest. And because of the snowstorm, they had bumped ahead the previous week's episodes to that morning. So
Mhm.
we went to those in the morning. I was Pete, Cass was the fish, and we had a coffee pot full of Swedish fish. Um, and in between, there was like an hour break. So we went out to get lunch and mistimed how long it would take to get lunch and got back right after we stepped into the theater immediately after the costume contest ended, and only one other person had worn a costume, so they just automatically got the
Oh
David Lynch
no.
votive candle. And I did a whole Pete costume, the
But you
bucket
still
hat and
had
everything.
fun.
Oh yeah, we had fun. It was good.
But
We
that
did.
I when you said you were Pete, I was wondering, well, what's Cass gonna be? And it's just like I was trying to think like who Cass would dress up as, but I did not expect fish in the percolator.
Yeah, he had a fish shirt and fish earrings and fish bracelets and a fish hat that made him look like a trucker because it was too small for him to just wear like normal. So he had to like push his hair back. So it looked real trucker hat and mullet coated. It was very funny. It was a good costume. I'm glad we did it.
Oh,
It
this
turned out
brings me
well.
so much joy.
I'll send you a picture. We only got like one picture of it, and it wasn't a full body thing. But I'll send it to you after we're done here. Um, but I don't. Oh, we were talking about Donna, and Moira Kelly. She's good.
Yep.
She's good in this movie.
What else to talk about?
I mean, there were a few other faces that popped up here. Cynthia Nixon.
As
Uh,
Donna.
yeah, Cynthia Nixon as Donna, who is also under Clancy Brown's thrall, and I really liked that scene where like she and Sheryl Lee are hanging out in bed together, and Patty's sort of needling Donna about like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? Are you seeing someone? And it was very funny to have Cynthia Nixon say, "I'm not gay," which aren't you? But then where she eventually is like, oh, okay, I'll tell you. It's David. I'm in love with David. He told me not to tell anyone. And you see Patty like her face drop as she's putting a lot of things together very quickly.
hmm
I thought
That's the big turning point.
that was a great moment for Sheryl.
Mhm. Um, who else is in this cast? I need to like look up this movie just to like
The
remember everybody.
the main lawyer is Dennis Boutsikaris, Rich Schweikart from Better Call Saul. If you watched that, one of the
Okay.
Sandpiper guys, I think. One
I've
of the other
never watched Better
lawyers.
Call
Okay.
Saul. I've only seen a couple seasons of Breaking Bad.
Okay. I don't think he is in Breaking Bad at all. I think he's only in Better Call Saul. But he's one of those character actors you'll see pop up a bunch. That's like, well, you'll see him pop up a bunch and be like, oh, is that Ron Silver? No, it's not. Oh, it's that guy from Better Call Saul.
Um, one of
Uh,
I liked. I don't know which actors they are because all the character names are so generic. But the two detective guys that are essentially have are assigned to the case over the years and are like the main two guys we see like investigating everything. I like them as a duo. I think they give off gay lovers to me, and I enjoyed their presence.
yeah, I don't know which ones those are. That could be any of these guys. I also didn't clock Ken Jenkins in this.
I did.
Dr. Kelso from Scrubs.
And and it's like he's one of the he appears later as like I think he's like the DA or whatever
Oh, sure.
or from the
Yeah.
DA's office, and it's like he's the one who's like in the like interrogation scenes a lot. Like he's the one like really grilling I keep forgetting her name, Patty.
Yeah.
And it's just like yeah, he's in a lot of that second half, the second episode.
Well, there you go. Tobin Bell, once again,
Of course.
just to bring him up. Kenneth Welsh somewhere in there. Nestor Serrano somewhere in there. L. Scott Caldwell for one scene as a judge sentencing Patty.
hmm Uh I'm
That's really all I have to say about the movie, I think.
I have some notes. Like some of them are just random lines. Like early on, like at the crime scene, there's one of the cops that's saying, or like two cops are having a conversation. There's no sign of the no sight of the teenage suspect. Yeah, I heard they're getting younger. I'm getting older. I don't know.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
he walks off like the way he says it. It's just like I'm getting older. I don't know. Like he's like he flubbed the line and was like going off to like check like what the actual line was, but it's like no, that's the line.
That's the line, buddy.
That's what you're supposed to say. And it just like why did he say I don't know at the end there? I don't know why he said I don't know.
I guess just in a sense of I don't know what to tell you that we're investigating a 14-year-old for murder. Like, I'm getting too old for this shit. Life's, this country's going to hell. That sort of thing. Like, I don't know, throw in the towel.
And I'll just say the two other lines that I wrote down that I thought were funny. Clancy Brown. I think I can't tell whether like the stuff with like Clancy Brown being like a government agent or whatever, or like something like
He was
is that
a
like
like
a
a
real thing, or is that like a
yeah.
ruse to like keep them under a spell?
No, he did like data recovery, computer processing. So he was like probably exaggerating when he's saying like, "Oh, I know who killed the Challenger. Like I know who was
That
responsible for the Challenger deaths." That's him
that's the line I wrote
exaggerating.
down.
Yeah,
I
but
found out who
like,
killed the shuttle Challenger crew, which I thought was a weird way to say
yeah,
that. Who killed them? Like,
just like it was an inside job. It was a conspiracy. It was a planned detonation or whatever. Like
yeah.
that's his whole thing. Is he's convincing these girls that Linda is trying to kill him, and so that's why they have to kill her first. Is like he's just is a sociopath.
Mhm. And the third line I wrote down is not even a line. It is a line in this movie, but it's not a line from this movie. It's right after the time jump, where like after Moira Kelly gets arrested, there's like a 3 year, maybe even longer, like maybe like 7 year time jump, where like
I think it's
uh
4 years because the murders happened in 1985 and we end in 1989.
4 year
So
time jump then,
somewhere around there.
uh where it's Christmas time and in the jail they're watching It's a Wonderful Life, and
They're
it's
watching a
this.
lot of It's a Wonderful Life. They put a lot of that movie in this movie.
And specifically, like one of the first things we have is the Jimmy Stewart, like Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter, and then Mr. Potter responds, Happy New Year to you in jail. And it's a close up on Moira Kelly as he says that, and it's just like it just felt so pointed and funny to me, like to have to do that. Like they're not just watching It's a Wonderful Life, they're using It's a Wonderful Life to make fun of Moira Kelly for being arrested for a crime she committed but was forced to
Loser.
commit.
Yeah. Um. Anything else you want to say about this movie?
Um, I I really have no other notes. Like it's like my other notes are just I didn't realize this was introducing Moira Kelly and asking questions like what is Sheryl Lee's relation, and then me finding out what her relation is, and then oh, I'm not even an hour into this. Uh, he has to know how marrying your murdered wife's sister doesn't look good, right? Oh, he does. No one knows they're married. And then, fuck you, drive her to the hospital, you fucking asshole.
Oh yeah, when he makes her drive herself to the hospital when she's in labor.
And not only that, she makes her drive to the hospital while she's in labor because he's pretending he's too sick to do it when actually he's fucking Cynthia Nixon.
And also he's like say and he says like, "Oh, I just keep having this dream where I go to the hospital and the cops arrest me and
Yes.
I wouldn't be any good there anyway." Is how he
God.
like, you don't need me. You're the one giving the baby. I just get it in the way. Like, what a piece of shit.
Like that, like yeah, this whole movie is about how much of an asshole he is and how evil he is, like grooming these girls, but that's the part that made me the most angry,
Yeah.
making a pregnant woman in labor drive herself to the hospital
Well, you're just like
while you're cheating on
read
her.
just like reading a book or whatever. It was watching TV. Something he's doing something. Um
And
yeah.
also just the whole thing where I the way he fakes having all these pain issues just to not do things he doesn't want to do is so annoying.
Yeah, just like, convincing them that they need to be the one to take the fall because if he goes to prison, he would die in prison because he's so sick. And
Mhm.
he only died in 2014. Like he was in
Yeah.
prison for 30 years.
Hmm.
Crazy.
And I was trying to look up more information about like what they're doing now, but I couldn't really find anything.
I think they both are, they both are out of prison and have been for a while, and they've
Mhm.
adjusted and they're back to normal lives. It seems so. Good for them.
Yeah. I also just want to know like what they thought of the movie too, if they saw
Yeah,
it.
I don't know. I don't. I hope they didn't because I wouldn't want them. Not just because it's not a good movie, but also just to relive the trauma of this movie that like has some real stomach churning. The flashbacks near the end where we're flashing back to
Yeah.
them as children
It
are really stomach turning. Well done in terms of like being very uncomfortable moments without like pushing too far.
yeah, it like I said at the beginning, it's just like this that that last 45 minutes where it's doing all those flashbacks, that is the best part of the movie because it gets you emotionally invested and emotionally like it's so disgusted and horrified by what's going on in a way that the rest of the movie doesn't do. Like the rest of the movie just feels so TV movie, feels so generic, whereas
Yeah,
that part like really makes you feel it. And like I wish the rest of the movie could have been as good as that.
yeah. I have some YouTube comments.
I was waiting for those. I think like just
Do you have
final wrap up thoughts.
I have
Uh
nothing else because we are going to go out on these YouTube comments.
yeah,
The last one I have is specifically a last one for you to cut out the episode immediately after.
yeah,
So
I was just saying, let's just do our final wrap up and then go into YouTube comments where it's just
I have no final wrap up. I've said everything.
okay. I just summary of my thoughts. Pretty mediocre to bad movie. Don't watch it. Go just watch Twin Peaks Fire Walk with me. It's basically you get the two great actors in this. Well, there's three great actors. You don't get Clancy Brown in there, but you get other great people. You get an emotionally devastating movie about abuse, and it's David Lynch. We love David Lynch.
Yeah.
Watch that instead. Watch Twin
Yes.
Peaks, everybody. It's Twin Peaks month. Watch Twin Peaks, please.
Watch Twin Peaks.
Now we can go into the YouTube
It's a good
comments.
show. Okay. So
It's a good show.
I'm pulling from two different uploads here with these comments, but I have them split amongst each other. So, first one, these are from the 2 hour, 18-minute upload. Kathy and Cinnamon are not guilty. They are so young and has no choice, but according to his father, David is devil, sociopath.
True. All true.
Crazy. I would say hell no. And a comment on that. Yes.
Crazy. I would say hell no, and the reply just said yes.
Yeah. Someone else replying, like, yeah, I agree. My sister's boyfriend's aunt dated someone in relation with Cinnamon Brown and knows her.
That's it.
Yep. This one
Awesome.
is from an account, Anthony Cicero 59. And when I get loud, it means it's in all caps. I like the videos. Excellent. I love the videos, Anthony Cicero said. It is the best of best. Thank you.
I love YouTube comments.
Yeah. There's one translated from Portuguese that says, damn, why isn't it in Portuguese?
True, actually.
Yeah.
This would have been better if it was in Portuguese.
Yeah. Why isn't it? Recorded onto toilet paper format? Did Claude Monet make it? LP videotape copy of a LP tape?
Yeah, I was struggling with the video quality at times. It was very blurry.
Yeah. Like movie.
Thank you.
Some of these have emojis. I will say specifically, so I'm not just saying emoji after the times when I am saying an emoji. Love exchange, money exchange, kiss, money exchange, kiss.
Awesome.
Those are the emojis you got in this. The casting director took a lot of liberties casting Clancy Brown. The only similarities to the actual David Brown is having the same last name.
I I wish I knew what the real David Brown looked like so I could
There's
understand.
I could find like one photo of him, and you have to look up David Paul Brown and specify David Paul Brown murders, not David Paul Brown disgraced YouTuber boy in a band.
Oh my God. That's crazy. That's oh
Yeah.
my God.
And the last comment I pulled from this upload, those poor ladies and the baby too. Guys like this make it hard for the good ones. Oh
Well,
boy.
somebody think of the good men out there.
Yeah. And how tough it is when there are men like David Paul Brown.
Both of
How
them.
yeah. Yeah, true. Okay. Got a lot more comments from the other one though. Clancy Brown is a freaking amazing actor. Fun fact, Clancy Brown is Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob SquarePants.
Whoa, fun fact.
Fun fact.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. David Brown was not nearly as cute as Clancy Brown, who is super good in this role. This next one. Give me a second. The funny thing about this movie is there's a guy that lives in my neighborhood that has a wife and two girlfriends all living in the same house.
Thanks for sharing. That's
Funny. That's the funny thing about this movie. There is in the movie the actress who played also Laura Palmer in the series Twin Peaks by David Lynch. Beautiful actress. I love Sheryl Lee.
I do too.
She played also Laura Palmer in the series Twin Peaks by David Lynch.
The series singular.
This one is in all caps, and I'm gonna try and do my best to get the typos correct. A physiociopath, no sense of love or guilt, incapable of no love and guilt, a monster.
Beautiful.
All caps.
That's poetry.
Yep. So this one is going to be the comment, and then I'm going to read 3 different replies to that comment. Who came here after watching Who came here after watching the interview with Cinnamon on Oprah? I never knew that Cinnamon was interviewed by Oprah. Came right here. Didn't even get 1/3 through the interview good. I mean, I was looking for an interview of her a long time. And the opera interview, I saw that now there was no interview of Patty, though. But anyways, it was good.
I want to watch the Oprah interview now. Or
Yeah.
opera interview, I should say.
Yeah. This one also has 2 comments, and all 3 of them have emojis. So I'm glad that the actual title matches the actual movie, laughing with a bead of sweat. Facts 100. It's the little things that make us happy, smiling with rosy cheeks.
The little things that make us happy.
The fact that the actual title matches the actual movie.
The fact that Love, Lies, and Murder has love, lies, and murder in it. That makes me happy. It's the little things.
Yeah. These next 2 I put side by side because they have the same tone. Not, they're not related comments, but Patty is a child and he's talking to her like she's a grown-up. Completely nuts that guy is. And oh, this guy was a piece of work.
So true.
So true. Seeing her carrying her baby out in the cold or cool air breeze reminds me of how I took my daughter out so many times in her stroller when she was a baby, and how she went everywhere in public with me. She was a strong baby to survive all we went through.
She was a strong baby.
Yep.
And for this to be the movie that makes you think of your daughter or your child or whatever, that's oh no.
This one has a comment with a lot of emojis. Has a reply. Original comment. Clancy Brown was also in Carnival. Reply. Yep, he's an actor. Deaf person, white heart with an arrow, waving, absolute cinema, praying, 100, 2 exclamation points, silhouette talking.
Wait, what did that reply start with?
Yep, he's an actor.
That that is how I feel whenever you there's these comments that are like
But
actor wasn't thing. It's like, yep,
but then
exactly.
all the emojis, deaf person being the first one, especially.
I honestly that it seems like the reply is mocking the original person. It
Probably, but
just
you never know
yeah.
on these
You,
YouTube
you
comments.
never know truly, but that's what it seems like.
I would never let any man convince me to kill my sister, nor go along with a plan for her to be murdered. Then the thought she married and had a child with him just blew me. Sorry, there's more. I know you go through stages of being young and dumb, but never this dumb.
What?
It just blew me. I didn't catch that when I copied that. That was, oh my god.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
Can you read it one more time?
I would never let any man convince me to kill my sister, nor go along with a plan for her to be murdered. Then the thought she married and had a child with him just blew me. I know you go through THREW stages of being young and dumb, but never this dumb.
That's so beautiful in so many ways. It's just
Yeah,
like yes, I know you wouldn't do this. No, most people wouldn't. That's why they're making a movie about it.
yeah. There's a comment that just says bland, which YouTube auto translate very helpfully translates to English among.
Awesome.
Brush your teeth and not your eyes, and understand what's beneath everything that you breathe. Know what I'm saying. The blood is within the hands of the feet, and even with the soul, when the heart breathes, you cannot ever take a chance on death. You will be the death.
What? What?
I
What?
love how Cynthia Nixon says, "I'm not gay." Yes, you are. Lol.
Wait, that's what you referenced earlier.
Yeah, but I like the syntax of that. Just the I love how Cynthia Nixon says, "comma I'm not gay." Period. Yes, you are. Period. Lol. Period.
So true. Fun fact: Cynthia Nixon is only an Oscar away from an EGOT.
There you go. Make it happen. So fucked up how a father can do all of this. He could have divorced her and kept it moving.
He could have divorced her and kept it moving.
And then a reply to that where every word is capital, not all caps, but the first letter of every word is capitalized. Didn't you watch the whole fucking movie?
That's so good. That's so good.
Here's a few just like some sort of auto-generated like SEO stuff. A lot of them have not emoji stars, but like text symbol star. A lot of them have zeros instead of O's. And they all have timestamps in the video. Timestamp 1:28, 1 minute 28 seconds. Date 8.7.2021. Star ICC smelling gas at 16-2140. Bamboo Drive or Doctor. Aina Loa, Hawaii. Star 12.15.1993. Black Apache. Star helicopter Boca Chica. Star explosion colon. Star DMV Curry colon. Ellie Lily Philip and Lily. Star Karen 0 colon. Caroline Saint Key West. Star cocaine bat guano Kikui scandal.
Those are sleeper agent activation codes.
Probably so. New comment. Oh, timestamp 11:36. 8.7.2021. Star USA exiled Tim Smith uncle. Star Randy Moose Brady Bat Guano. Star Not C NOTSEE Mind Control Police Latin. Star Kings Kem Cabral Preston is. Star Truman Seaway Communications. A lot of these are switching back and forth between all caps and not, by the way. It's too much to keep track of. 11:58, 8.7.2021. Star Nels Green River, Susquehanna. Star 31 Perdition, Persecution Decades. Star Kem Cabral, colon. Skip Michael Preston. Star Thorn, IBM 3M Police, Latin King. Star Queen Nation, USA, Exiled Uncle. Star Randy Brady, Eleanor, Agnes of DOJ. Star Chip of God. 1224, 8.7.2021. Star, Eleanor's Cacao, Echo Live Dolls, all star, have straight health, flexible teeth, and star eyes. Wait, straight health, flexible teeth. Was that in the something in the other one? The brush your teeth and not your eyes and conspiracy. It's all connected.
I'm just letting this wash over me.
Okay, 3 more comments. That was just a segment we have here. 3 more comments.
That was
Great.
A segment. Okay.
A segment of the YouTube comments. But these 3 are the real piece de resistance and what we're ending the episode on. So say your piece before I go through these.
Yeah, I have my cursor ready to end the episode.
Okay. Damn, Clancy Brown had been a billion his whole life.
He'd been a billion.
He's a billion years
old.
He's not in this. He looks very young.
Like a young man, like in his like early 40s, late 30s. Like he's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I first saw it, I was just getting into computers myself, fell in love with it. Then this nutbag had Pet Cemetery Freak had to ruin it with this horrible stunt. What a waste. I fell in love with Cinnamon. That name fit her, and I followed the actress that played her career and was shocked to see her playing older roles in Clancy. Oh, Mr. Brown. He is just brilliant. This whole movie was so sad it was true. Line break. Damn freak devil.
Damn freak devil. What was that line? Was it about Clancy Brown the whole time?
Part of it, because he's in Pet Cemetery too. So
oh, okay. I didn't know.
This nutbag had Pet Cemetery Freak had to ruin it with this horrible stunt. And Clancy, oh, Mr. Brown, he is just brilliant. This whole movie was so sad. It was true. Damn freak devil. The last one. Thank you for the upload. I had me a 12-pack of Heineken beer and a pound of head-on shrimp. I'm ready for this.